leveraging the private sector. This is private sector money. We are going to give them a concession agreement that is going to generate resources for them to repay their investment. And this is the kind of innovation and creativity that we need in the public sector for us to use public assets, public resources to leverage 3, 4, 5 times private sector resources to be able to drive our transformation. It is no longer possible for us to borrow money to build a road like the one we are going to build here from Rironi to Mau Summit. If we were to borrow 200 billion shillings, we would have to close our books and do nothing else. So it is important for us to know, how are we going to think outside the box? We need to be strategic, we need to be innovative, and we need to be agile in how we leverage the resources that we have. And that is why I am determined that our country has tremendous potential, and we've always talked about it, but we haven't actualized because there has not been enough strategic thinking, enough creative and innovative investments to be able to unlock the great potential that the country is. And that is why I insist that Kenya is a third world country by mistake. And we owe it to the people of Kenya to get Kenya to the right place. Kenya is supposed to be among the first world countries. And we can do it in our lifetime if we are strategic, if we are innovative, and if we can think outside the box. And therefore, I am very confident that this investment energizes our resolve of transforming Kenya to that great nation that it should be. When I say that we should expand, and this is the plan that I'm going to lay out to the people of Kenya, that we should have at least a minimum of 1,000 kilometers of dual carriageway tolled, so that we can have enough superhighways in Kenya. I have instructed the Ministry of Roads to work on the first 10,000 kilometers priority list and another 10,000 kilometers phase 2, so that instead of haggling about 2 kilometers here, 10 kilometers there, 20 kilometers here, and we are scrambling and there is negative competition, we should be bold and do between 10 and 20,000 kilometers so that we can connect every part of Kenya and make every region believe that they belong to one great nation called Kenya. At the same time, I will be, and I'm happy that the members of parliament are here. When you go back to parliament, you will find on your desk a proposal from me on sovereign wealth fund and national infrastructure fund, because that is how we are going to move Kenya from a third world country to a first world country. I remember the other day when I said we need about 4 trillion shillings to be able to do our roads, to be able to do 10,000 kilometers of 10,000 megawatts of energy, and to be able to do 2.5 million acres of irrigation. Many people think that 4 trillion shillings is not feasible. If this project alone is 100 billion, 4 trillion is just around the corner. And I'm going to show you how we are going to get 4 trillion and transform this nation. Already, as I talk to you, I remember when I was in Ethiopia, and I mentioned that we have signed contracts of $4 billion under our housing program. Many people questioned the statistics. I want to repeat. Let me put it in Kenya shillings. $4 billion is roughly close to beyond 500 billion Kenya shillings, almost 600. That is the contracts we have signed in our housing, in our markets, in our hostels.